Infinite power. Infinite power.
Good evening, FTL. We are back with week 4 action in the Elite League. I am KJ, joined here by absolutely nobody. I am here by myself, providing the utmost and entertaining stream that you will ever watch in your life. Tonight, we have an absolute banger of a match in Elite League. We've got the Rams, who are sitting at 1-2. I Wait, hold on. I gotta make sure my information is correct because I don't want to give you guys false and bad information. Yes, the Vipers are 1-2. The Rams are, according to our website, FDL.gg. If you want to sign up, please by all means go there now. The Rams, according to the website, are 0-2. The Vipers are going to be sending a very interesting team here of excuse me, of Cryptic and Twan. Cryptic is rated at a 17.4, Twan at a 17, and the Rams themselves are going to be sending Prosperity and Mike is Mike, who have appeared on stream before and who have done very well. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup between these two teams, and I am super excited to get into it, and I hope you guys are too. So let's get these boys in here and get this game 1 of a best of 5 underway because I am so excited for everything that we're about to see. I'm hoping to see some, really good plays, maybe a ceiling shot, double touch, musky flick, everything. As Mike is going to start us off, Cryptic taking this ball, putting this off the ceiling. Prosperity going to take control of this, put this off the wall, go up for it, try to get a pass over, cannot, gets a nice bump, but a great clear away by Cryptic. Twan gonna bang this off the corner. Prosperity able to get this over to Mike. Not in. What a save from Twan as Cryptic is gonna take this one down. He has an opportunity. Not able to put that one in. Mike with a nice little clear as Prosperity gonna take control of this. Gonna try to get past one. Cryptic on his booty, trying to get a demo. Not able to, as Mike is gonna continue this pressure that that these boys have, and that they have kept for a good chunk of this game, which is not really something you see too much in Elite. So hopefully Twan and Cryptic are able to get themselves back into form, as the Rams have just been all over this ball, not giving much space, as Cryptic is going to try to get full control of this, not able to. Prosperity with a bump on Cryptic. Mike flicks over one. Can he get past the second? No. Twan says no. I want this ball to stay down here. Twan going to go up for this. Turned away by Prosperity. Prosperity with a full tank of boost. Can he get this past Cryptic? Gets a nice flick. Cryptic turns it away. Oh my goodness, this is really slow action, which is something that you don't normally see in Elite. These guys are really taking control of this ball, which is really nice to see. Sometimes that control works just as well. Cryptic going to try to get a shot on here. Turned away, not able to get the touch. And Cryptic with a nice dunk. Oh, and that unfortunately goes wide. Great save from Mike coming across as Twan was also getting ready to. Flip reset for Cryptic. Gonna be able to dunk this past Prosperity. And the Vipers take a 1-0 lead. I mean, this is just a perfect play. Cryptic getting the flip, making Prosperity stay on the wall. That is exactly what you want to do with that. That's a perfect fake, and the Vipers get rewarded for 1-0. As Mike and Twan go for the kickoff. Cryptic going to go after this, gets a flip reset on it, not able to do anything with it though. And the Vipers are really starting to put the pressure on the Rams, and we'll definitely have to see if the Rams can handle it, as Prosperity going to get a touch on this. Go for a 50-50 with Twan. Mike taking control. Cryptic bumping his own teammate out of the way. Says, excuse me, sir, I kind of want this ball too. As Cryptic going to put this one off of the backboard. Can he get the read? He almost does, but Prosperity places that perfectly around him. And we have a neutral ball. With half the game played, the Vipers are looking like the dominant team. But, if the Rams have anything to say about it, and from what other Rams players have said, every once in a while you just got to ram it in there, as Twan is going to put a great shot, turned away by Prosperity. Cryptic going to take control of this, get a nice demo. That's an interesting play. Me personally, I've never seen that play done before. Go for the demo first, and then get the boost. As Twan going to challenge Prosperity. Mike gonna be able to sneak that one past Cryptic, just barely put it right behind him. And we have ourselves a tie game with 157 left to go. That was a perfect shot. And like, you can't place that any better. I'll be honest, I can't even place a shot like that. And you know, 1-1. These two teams are really going at it. The control is there. Both of them doing very well to find their teammate. As Mike is going to turn that one away. A nice shot by Cryptic. Cryptic taking more control over this. Gets a nice pop, but Mike is going to be able to handle this cleanly. Tries to get past Cryptic. Cryptic, no boost to his name. Just goes for the 50-50. Going to try for another 50. Prosperity not going to give it to him. As Twan gets an unfortunate touch backwards. Cryptic does have the boost. Can Mike put this on net? No, just a little bit high. Twan to take this one. Gets a flip reset. Gets the touch and Cryptic. Oh my. What a pass. Originally, pretty sure it was intended to be a shot, but that was just a very unfortunate mishandling for Prosperity on the back wall. And the Vipers take a 2-1 lead. I mean, and this is only game 1, so we still have at least 2 more games to play after this, at the very least. Me personally, with the way the Vipers and Rams are both playing, I could honestly see this one going 5, but that's just me. As Prosperity is going to try to put this over to Mike. Is Mike not able to? Cryptic with a very key boost steal. Prosperity left with not much in the tank. Juan able to get this past him. Has no boost himself. Cryptic going to take his time on this. Go for the fake. What a bump from Mike as Mike. Prosperity has an opportunity. That both Vipers players commit. Juan able to get back down for a great save away by Cryptic. But the demo from Mike is going to open up the goal. And the Rams tie this one up with 33 seconds left to go. This is truly anyone's ball game. I mean, this is great. What a bump play. Everything about that play worked out so well for this Rams team, and they've really been showing what they can do. But if Cryptic has anything to say about it, he's gonna say, no, I want this first win. I want to be able to have the momentum. Prosperity not able to get a touch on it, and the Vipers find themselves up 3-2. 4 seconds later, after the Rams had a ton of pressure and scored that beautiful bump goal. And Cryptic gonna go for the fake on the reset and get rewarded for it again. 4-2 Vipers. 6 seconds later. Prosperity not able to get a touch on that. Oh my goodness. That was an interesting play, to say the least. I think he really wanted that flip reset and to be able to pop it up over the defender. But Prosperity going to take this one in the corner. Cryptic with a nice clear. All the Vipers have to do now is just play the clock. If they play the clock, they'll be able to leave game 1 with a win and force the Rams to make some changes. As that's a great shot by Mike, as Mike not able to find it. Juan is going to put this one down. Ladies and gentlemen, that is game 1 in the books. The Vipers take the first game of this best-of-5 series. And I think it's something interesting to note is that the Vipers, I don't know how much in the way of playtime Cryptic and Twan have together. I don't know if it's a ridiculous amount or if it's a short amount of time. But I know Prosperity and Mike do have some playtime together. So it'll be interesting to see if they're able to kind of change things up a little bit, because the Vipers, even though they put 10 shots on goal, they didn't have as much pressure as what the Rams did. The Rams started right out the gate, firing on all cylinders, and they did a very good job of kind of catching the Vipers off guard. I think game 2 here, the Rams know exactly what to expect. They know that Cryptic is going to be on that ball all the time, or at least try to be, and Twan is playing that support role. I think that, if the Rams are able to take Cryptic out of the play, put Twan in a 2v1 situation, they might be able to find themselves a win and bring themselves back into the series. But it doesn't even matter, because game one needs to be out of all four of these players' heads because we're starting into game two as Mike is Mike and Cryptic are facing each other for the face-off. And here we go. 5 minutes on the clock. Mike is Mike. Gonna get the win on this one. Gonna try to get a pass over to Prosperity. Gets a bump on Twan. Prosperity trying to get to that one. Cryptic turns it away. Puts a boomer on net, and that's just gonna go in. What a shot from Cryptic. Rams caught, double committed up in the top. Cryptic wisely using the open space, able to slot that one in. Vipers take a 1-0 lead, 12 seconds into game two. And as we get into another kickoff, Mike is Mike and Cryptic gonna go for this one. Prosperity opting not to jump up for this, saving the boost. Cryptic with a nice touch. Prosperity challenges zone, gets a nice touch onto the wall. Twan off the ceiling. Gonna get the touch over one, not able to get past Prosperity. The Rams starting to look a little threatening here as Mike is Mike. Gonna get a nice touch on that one. Cryptic, no boost to his name. Prosperity gonna take control of this and put it off the side wall. Twan, up the wall, over the net. This is dangerous, regardless of what league you're in. What a second touch from Twan there. Oh my goodness, Cryptic gonna go for the air dribble, gonna go for the flip reset, almost gets it, and Prosperity says, no, you did it once, you're not doing it again. I will not be faked by you. As Prosperity, no boost to his name, gonna try to take this one up the wall. Twan challenging. Mike is Mike, putting this up in a very awkward spot. Can Twan make the touch? He gets the flip into the flip reset. Prosperity. What a that was I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of dirty. Like I feel like I need to bathe right now because Prosperity, you didn't have to do him like that, but you did have to do it to tie this game at 1-1 with 3:46 left to go. Prosperity, great fake on Cryptic, trying to get past it, cannot. Cryptic with a nice pop over Twan, gonna take this one. Ooh! Oh! Oh, no, he didn't. Oh my god. What a double. Prosperity going for the squishy. Great placement by Twan to give the Vipers a 2-1 lead. I mean, these guys are slugging it out. Back and forth we go. Still a lot of time left, though, for the Rams to be able to bring this one back. And this could be that opportunity. Cryptic going to go for this one, and he's going to put this one in easily. Rams caught in a horrible double commit, unfortunately. Mike going for that ball with Prosperity already up in the corner. That's a very unfortunate double commit for the Rams. And the Vipers definitely have been capitalizing on the counterattacks that have been happening in this game and have been rewarded for just about each and every one of them. As Cryptic gonna take this one off the corner. Good flip reset. Able to put that one in, and there it is. He gets the clean flip reset. He's probably not happy about it, but the Vipers take a 4-1 lead, and there is, I mean, yeah, there's still 3:18 left, but 3:18 left in a game is a lot of Rocket League, but at this level, when it comes to defenses, it is very difficult to come back from this one, as that's a great opportunity and a great try from Mike is Mike, but Twan on the counterattack gets himself another one, and the Vipers taking a 5-1 lead. This is definitely not what I expected, especially after game one. And with game one being as close as it was, it definitely did not see the Vipers coming out, as Twan is going to pre-jump this one from way downtown. Cryptic not able to get it over to him. Mike is Mike trying to get this past Cryptic. Cryptic is just all over this Rams team. Twan trying to get a touch on this one. Cryptic going to go for the musty. Prosperity gets a nice clear, but Twan is going to easily be able to save this one away. As Cryptic going to take control of this one. Great bump. What a shot from Prosperity off the bump from Mike is Mike onto Cryptic here. That was perfect. Twan in no man's land there, just waiting. And it is 5-2 for the Vipers. Rams hopefully can start making a comeback. It's nice to see a little bit of life in them in this game. As Cryptic gets a nice save there. Able to get a second touch. Out to Prosperity. Prosperity gonna bring this one back in. Good try on the challenge from Mike is Mike. Not able to get the 50-50 that he wanted. Cryptic gonna go for this one as well. Cryptic has been all over this ball. I mean, he has to have at least 200 ball touches. I don't even have that. I didn't even have that on my wedding night. As Twan is going to put this one over into the side. Mike is Mike, getting past one. Can he get past two? No. Cryptic says no. Cryptic going to take control of this one. Try to get it past Prosperity. Prosperity going to take a hold of this, but the Vipers are not giving up that midfield. As Mike going to put this one down. Gets it. Prosperity with a great pass to Mike, but a great cut off from Cryptic as this ball is going to go up. Be very awkward. And Mike is Mike to bail out Prosperity. Perfectly done. Very well done. This Vipers team has been all over the Rams. They are not giving up an ounce or an inch, if I might say so. Because one, back on the ball, Rams they have to be low boost at this point. There we go. Prosperity gets a little bit of boost. Trying to go for the fake. What a shot from Prosperity! Oh my goodness! Woo! That's what this Rams team needed. They were able to break out of their own half. Vipers still up by 2, but now it's a bit more of a manageable game from the Rams. For the Rams, not from the Rams. They've been playing one hell of a game as it is. Oh, the fake almost worked in the favor of the Rams that time. Very well done by Mike, trying to get that pass. Cryptic gonna go for the air dribble. Twan up for this ball. Oh, what a save from Prosperity, but he is not gonna be able to get a second one as Cryptic pushes the lead to 3. 51 seconds left to go. This, I don't want to say this one's close to over, but with the way the Vipers have been pressuring the Rams, it's going to be very difficult for the Rams to break out of their own half to be able to break this pressure and find themselves a couple goals, because that's a nice touch from Cryptic. Whoa, almost a double dunk from the Vipers. Mike going for the Cuxer pinch. Not able to find it. Prosperity with a nice touch over. Unfortunately, too far for Mike. Prosperity going to stay on this ball. Twan trying to get past one. Cannot. Mike, not much in the way of boost. A little bit of an interesting commit there from the Vipers, but Cryptic able to get past, get himself some boost. Twan going to take this one up. Try to get a flip reset on it. Twan gonna oh, ew. Halloween's over, but good lord, that was kind of gross. Twan, Cryptic, you guys are not being very nice people right now. But either way, with 10 seconds left, the Vipers up 7-3. I'll say it, I ain't scared. They're gonna give the Rams another goal. Make this one 7-4. 7 seconds left. I don't know if that was a gimme goal or like a feel better goal, but either way, I mean, definitely a big performance from the Vipers on this one. I mean, they just absolutely were running the field, and that's going to be another one from Cryptic. The final score of Game 2 is going to be 8-4. Doesn't even matter. Vipers getting ready to move on to match point for the Rams, and that's kind of what I want to talk about. Is for the Rams, I think what they need to do is they need to speed up the play a little bit. They're playing a little bit slower. They're trying to control the pace, but when it comes to controlling the pace, the Vipers have been all over them. Get yourself a couple flicks, get something off the wall. You got to go for something different, because the Vipers are absolutely reading everything that you're doing. If you're able to get something past them, go for that bump, go for that demo, get physical. Because I've seen demos from the Vipers. I have not seen many come out from this Rams team. You really gotta, well, for lack of a better word, hit them hard. You just gotta put your head in there and headbutt them. I mean, you just gotta get them out of the way, get them out of net. Find something that you can kind of put them on their toes. If you're not able to put them on their toes, they're just well, they're gonna slither away with a win, for lack of a better terminology. But even still, we're gonna get into game three here shortly. And yeah, hopefully the Rams can show some life in this game because that last one, that was a rough start. Hopefully the Rams are able to bring this one back and give us at least a game four. But here we go. Vipers, Rams, game three. Vipers on match point. Cryptic gonna go for the fake kickoff already. Prosperity gonna challenge him quick. Mike is gonna put it in, and the Rams start off very early, 4 seconds in, and we already have ourselves a 1-0 lead for the Rams. Great job from Prosperity to read the fake kickoff, go for the 50-50, bounces perfectly for Mike. Mike able to slot that one in, and Mike gonna take it all the way to that house. Juan getting the flip reset, going for the musty flick, not able to make any sort of contact. Prosperity gonna take control of this. Try to get a bump on Cryptic. Cryptic gonna avoid it. Mike putting this up the wall. Cryptic gonna get the flip on it. Not able to really do anything with it though. Mike taking control. Not much boost to work with. Great flick past one. Mike got a second touch on it. Not able to get a powerful shot as Cryptic gonna go for this one as well. Twan up already. Not gonna make contact as the Rams are gonna find themselves on a slight counterattack. Great bump from Mike is Mike, but Prosperity choosing not to commit fully for this. Very smart play. Sometimes you just have to keep that 1-0 lead, and it doesn't even matter. I don't even know I should have said anything about a 1-0 lead. We haven't even hit 4 minutes, and Vipers tie this one up with a great shot from Juan, a great air roll shot past both Prosperity and Mike. We're tied, 1-1. As we get into another kickoff, excuse me, I had to take a drink. It's hard talking this much. Prosperity gets good challenge. Mike gonna go for the slow play. Juan able to take this one away. Cryptic bangs that off the sidewall. Prosperity going for the pre-flip. Oh, what a touch from Twan. This one could be a goal, but great recovery from Prosperity. Mike to put this one in the corner. Prosperity going up the wall for this. Gonna go for the dribble. Cryptic gonna cut it off and put that one in. Bar down skis for Cryptic. Vipers up 2-1. 3:36 left. Rams started to show a little bit of life there at the beginning. Hopefully it's not falling apart. That was just a really good challenge from Cryptic there. It couldn't have gone any better for him, as Cryptic might find himself another one, and he will, off of a great kickoff that goes right up off the ceiling, off of Mike's car. Mike jumped a little bit there, not able to get the quote-unquote perfect 50-50 on the kickoff. And Vipers taking a 3-1 lead. I'm really hoping that this Rams team can kind of turn it up a little bit, because the Vipers seem to have turned it up within the last 2 games. As that's a flick over one by Mike. Prosperity trying to get some sort of shot or some sort of offense going. Prosperity gets faked out by Twan. Twan on the dribble. What a flick, but it's just a little high. Cryptic not able to get to that one. Prosperity with a great clear out to the midfield. Twan gonna put this one right back in. Tries to get the shot. Will not. Cryptic got the boost. Prosperity gonna be low here. Mike gets a nice little clear. Twan with an unfortunate unlucky touch. Prosperity gonna put this one back in the middle. Can Mike get it? He cannot, as Cryptic and Twan are intertwined, and that's just unfortunate, because that was a serious scoring opportunity for the Vipers, because both Rams players were out of position, and this could definitely be an opportunity. But Twan gonna get a really awkward touch on this one. Opts to go probably for a bump. Wouldn't surprise me, because there's been a lot of physical play by the Vipers. Prosperity gonna try to take a shot. Turned away by Cryptic. Mike going up. Tries to pass this over to Prosperity. Will not be able to. Twan's going to go up the wall, off the ceiling. Gets the reset. Gets the musty. Cannot get the double, though. That's a spot to try to go for that flip reset musty flick. And it seems like the Vipers are just playing just to play, like they're in a little bit of free play right now. But Prosperity gonna put a shot on, saved away by Cryptic. That was actually a really good save. I will give credit for that. Prosperity gonna take this one up the wall. Go for the ceiling shot. He's actually gonna find it. Oh my god, that was absolutely nutty. If I ever hit that, that was perfect. Hits it with his butt. Doesn't even matter. That one goes in. We got a game, folks. 1:23 left. Rams 2, Vipers 3. This one is shaping up to be a good one for sure, as that was definitely something different. I don't think the Vipers were quite expecting that. And that's exactly what this Rams team is going to have to do. They're going to have to do something a little bit different. But when things like that happen, there's not much you can do, as Twan takes out both Rams players. They always say, make it easier for your teammate. And boy, did Twan make it easy for Cryptic, because if Cryptic would have missed that, I think he might have uninstalled. But that is not saying too much, as Prosperity gonna bring this one within one. Now, here's the thing. There's a minute left in this game. This is game 3. If you're the Rams, you absolutely need to win this one to take it to game 4. I mean, what do you do? I really think that the Rams should really start, forcing the pressure, forcing the Vipers into awkward spots. That's a good start. Twan able to recover for it, though. Cryptic with a miss. Mike gonna get a nice pop on this. Twan gonna take control. Try to go for the dribble. Goes for the 50-50 instead. Cryptic able to turn this one to the side. And what a fake from Cryptic onto Mike. Cryptic gonna go for the air dribble bump. Not gonna find it, but this is a very awkward spot. Both Rams players. Mike with a great pass, but just a little too late. Twan coming in. Getting himself a demo. As that is a close shot as well. Oh man, that is very, very defeating. Hopefully the Rams can get something done within the last 10 seconds. So close. Twan able to get a dunk. Oh my goodness, unfortunate for the Rams. This ball is still up, so there is still a possibility. We could see some RMR. But with Twan bumping Cryptic there, that's going to do it for that one. For this game and for this series, the Vipers win 4-3 and sweep the Rams. One thing that is kind of interesting to point out is that, Cryptic and Twan, on the lower end of the salary for Elite, Prosperity and Mike, I believe if I'm not mistaken, they are in the 1800s. So it was really only a 100 MMR difference. But maybe we can get these boys in here, as I have a couple questions for them. And here they are, Cryptic and Twan. Congratulations on your guys' 3-0 sweep of the Rams. How are you guys feeling?
Feeling pretty good. It's a pretty fun series. Really enjoyed myself. I think Twan enjoyed himself as well.
Yeah.
Very fulfilling win on the field today.
So one thing I will say is, game 1, the Rams actually, they came out firing, and it looked like you guys were thrown off just for a split second, and then you were able to turn it around. Especially in game 2, was there a difference in how comms or anything like that, or what the plan was?
Yeah, so we stopped calming and just kind of started driving around the field, and we noticed we started getting a lot of goals, right? So we just decided to turn the brains off and go for a bit of monkey play.
Well,
Seems to have very thrown our opponents off quite a bit.
that monkey play style it definitely had an effect on others. For lack of better wordage or verbiage. Juan, this question is actually for you. Did you feel within the first two games did you feel at all like you were more of a support role for Cryptic? Because Cryptic was on that ball a lot.
Yeah, there was a couple times that game where I just kind of told him to shoot the ball, and then he did it. It was great. I just kind of kept throwing it at him, and then it ended up in the net. Kind of worked out, you know.
I mean, whatever works as long as you don't fix what ain't broke, right?
Exactly.
Well, I have to ask this. We always get on this FDL stream, and sometimes we like to have a little bit of fun. But a serious moment now. You guys have any gauntlets you want to throw to any other team?
I don't know what you mean by that.
So, do you guys want to throw some shade elsewhere?
Oh, hell yeah. Wait, hold up. Give me a second. Let's see.
Be very wise in your words, my friend.
I need a directory. Let's see.
He is gonna go after everybody in Elite.
Let's see. Okay, let's go to the top.
First off, I want a rematch against the Colts.
Yeah, definitely. Colts.
We had to go in with a reserve, and we were both ice cold at that point. I think we could play that series a whole lot better than we did.
Yeah, my power reserve was pretty sad.
That's literally the first thing. Was Colts.
Let's see. Eagles, that's my ex team. Beat them this season. Easy. Let's see. Monkeys, because Chris with a K is the Elite League captain.
You're just going through the list. Well, barring any other teams that you want to say easy about.
Unicorns.
Every
Unicorns,
team,
especially.
I would definitely agree that is one series that I would like to see is the Vipers and Unicorns, but also definitely the Vipers and Eagles. But as for now, congratulations to you guys on the 3-0 win. This has been the one and only KJ. Thank you to our streamer Robot Man. 3-2-1, and this has been another FDL series.
night, the city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. Open your eyes and see the people chanting, slowly falling apart. The silence causing an earthquake. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling higher, and I know I can be taller. Shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. so hard. You got to know now. Ooh, taking it too far. Nothing to hold now. I'm falling apart. Out in the cold now. Breathing underwater. Breathing underwater now. I can't let go. Underwater. tell me, is it wrong? Oh, you fell under my spell, so well, oh, you fell under my spell, so well, you fell under my spell now, my spell, you fell under my spell now, my spell.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Frontier Doubles League. My name's Ben, and I'm joined today with Akbars.
Hi.
I love it. Such energy over there by my fellow caster today. Yeah, exciting game today, though. We're up against the Huskies with the Vipers tonight. And we were talking before the actual matchup began. It's going to be really interesting just because we're seeing two teams that haven't really lined up with one another before.
Yeah, definitely. With it being week 4, this is the first week of interconference play. So these two teams haven't seen each other, and none of the teams that they've played that they have no common games, no common opponents.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is, it's really interesting when we take a look at the actual lineup for this evening. We have Aspect and Crammy Whammy over on the Vipers side, and Reaper and Skeletons on the Huskies. And neither of these teams, with their respective teammates, actually have played a match together.
Yeah, this will be the first time seeing these pairings for each team, but these pairings are going to lean towards the Vipers. This is a Vipers A lineup up against the Huskies C lineup.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're gonna see if the Huskies can maybe pull out that win up against the Vipers. They are at that little bit of the difference in terms of the skill. Skeletons coming in a little bit lower rated than both Reapers and Aspect, respectively, but Reaper and Aspect obviously going to be the two top teammates top two for each respective team on this matchup. I'm excited just to see exactly what the Vipers have to show for themselves, just because they have come in as a 3-0 team, and it's going to be a little bit difficult. Huskies coming in 2-1. You would know more about that, Akbars, but definitely going to be very interesting. We've seen the Vipers be consistent with the first couple of games they've played, coming in at a 3-1 and a 3-0 difference, but then the last matchup with the Hornets coming in 3-2, kind of a rough win for them, but they did come in and actually select and solidify that win. How are the Huskies looking over there?
The Huskies, they had a 3-1 series win against the Coyotes, then they lost 3-1 against the Rams, and then they had a back and forth with the Colts last week when they ended up getting the dub. The Huskies have had to fight for wins, and they're gonna have to fight hard tonight if they want to win.
Absolutely, and it's interesting just because this is going to be Crammy's first match with the Vipers, and I know that this will also be Reaper and Skeleton's first time as a team-up. It's going to really come down to if Crammy can get over maybe that first time playing in the series with Aspect by his side, and we're just going to have to see how it actually does play out, but I do believe we should be getting ready for the first round here shortly, as the players are beginning to take the field. Maybe just another minute or so, but we are getting ready.
Oh.
And while the players take the field, it's definitely very interesting again to go back with, some of those previous matches, especially for the Vipers, coming in with this matchup. It's going to be very tough just to see if the Vipers will be able to keep that perfect record of theirs. Coming out real strong on this kickoff. Beautiful play there by Reaper, coming in really aggressively. Skeleton's not there to really back up his teammate. Reaper misses the aerial there. Hits it off into the corner. Skeleton's going to take it off the wall there. Beautiful block and realignment by Aspect, though. We're going to have to wait and see if they're able to reposition this off of their side of the field for the... What a beautiful hit out of the air. Skeleton's just asserting his dominance here. Definitely not what we expected. Again, we were talking about how Aspect was going to be the player to watch here, but Reaper is definitely coming in and making sure that he is known.
Yeah, definitely. The Huskies have been generating some great offensive pressure, but as I say that, they make a defensive mistake.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful first goal. Cram just selecting and making sure that his position was perfect to slot that right into the goal as we go into the second kickoff. Looks like Cram will take it towards the middle, and Skeletons responding very easily, going to take it into the back left corner. We'll see if this team is actually able to respond, and narrow miss by Skeletons, did not secure that goal, but that's quite alright, they got plenty of time to work with. Little over a minute of this match already done.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that one mistake, really, the Huskies have looked like the better team.
Yeah,
Seems like
absolutely.
Skeletons is just struggling to find the net.
Absolutely, it looks like Skeletons definitely is struggling, but you know, he just keeps getting these opportunities, and Reaper coming in to assist his teammate. That's the first hard commit we've seen by them. Aspect coming in. Oh, the first demo of this series. Looks like Aspect will draw first blood. Beautiful block by Reapers as his teammate had to respawn there. Aspect still asserting his dominance, making sure that his name is known with a goal 0-2. Yeah, you know, the Vipers are really coming out and making sure that they are the presence to see during this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. The Vipers have really been counterattacking well.
Yeah, absolutely. And third kickoff is going once again to the Vipers. This is seeming like a one-sided matchup at this point, but again, it is the first match of this series, and we'll have to wait and see how everything plays out. Beautiful tip off the backboard by Aspect there. Let's see if they can actually make anything out of the play, and that is going to be the third goal by Cram!
They have put 2 in the past 20 seconds. This is really starting to get away from the Huskies.
Absolutely, and you know, we kind of expected that with the difference in the skill level coming in. You know, there is about a 100-point difference for both teammates from the Huskies' end. You know, it just seems as if their communication may be off in this matchup, as, wow, I believe Reaper just hit that into his own goal.
I believe so. Let's see what the replay has here.
He absolutely
it
did.
looks
He
like
went
it
up for the
did.
aerial and he just knocked it right back in as we go to the 5th kickoff of this match. Reaper trying to make up for his mistake that last time, taking that corner boost from the Vipers. Reaper coming in with a little bit of collision as well. Skeletons overcommitted. He is out of this play. Let's see if he can... Oh, beautiful. Beautiful setup by Reaper, making sure that Skeletons had the time to respond to that mess up that he made, whiffing the ball. Aspect also missing a little bit of his aerial, did not like that position. Skeletons coming in against the Cram and making sure that he does not have any room to defend it, but thankfully Aspect was there as we see this massive pressure with Reaper hitting it in 1-4 with 2:06 left.
That was just a nice shot there. They finally found the net. They've made several shots like that, and that's the first one that they've got on target.
Absolutely, and you know, it may be they're finally settling into their communications with one another. And again, we see the Huskies actually coming out pretty aggressive with this early on. Reaper once again coming in, and that is in 2-4.
I mean, it seems like that they found a groove now.
Yeah, absolutely, and it could also just be that the Vipers were, you know, kind of overestimating them at first, and then they kind of relaxed a little bit, and that may be their downfall. We'll just have to wait and see how this one turns out. Cram coming in and actually winning that kickoff. Skeletons going to set up, make sure that he does not have any room to work with. Cram, a beautiful aerial setting it up, and it's in 2-5.
Just what a wonderful individual effort by Cram now.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, it actually not seen on that end. Aspect was lining up and ensuring that he was there for the goal just in case, but Cram was able to secure it on his own. Skeletons winning this kickoff, sending it a little bit towards the Viper side of the field. Reaper gonna have to chase that ball down with Cram. Cram misses Reaper with the backwards hit, repositioning it towards the other end of the field. Cram coming up to defend once again, hits it into the corner. We'll see who comes out with this one. Cram with a beautiful block there. Definitely looks like the Vipers are maybe getting back into their communication and getting back into that groove a little bit, as they are really responding to the pressure a little bit better than they have been over the past 2 goals. But we'll just have to wait and see if the Huskies are able to respond.
Yeah, definitely. The Huskies have gotten a couple shots, but they've put them where the Vipers have been, but the Vipers have again they're looking like a strong counterattacking team.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be tough for the Huskies to even think about having a comeback with this match. There is only 50 seconds left, but anything can happen in this first match of this series. Cram with a beautiful block, and that is a beautiful pinch, and that is going in 2-6.
Just Graham has just gone off this game. That is his 5th goal of the
Fifth
game.
goal and 5 shots. Perfect game so far. 100% shots and 100% goals for Cram. Aspect being a good team player as well. 3 assists so far. Cram with the reposition, and Reaper sinking it in 3-6. How many seconds is that between those 2 goals? 12? 12?
That was 5 seconds.
Absolutely
between
incredible.
Graham and Reaper, right there.
The Huskies are definitely playing a little more aggressive and ensuring that they have the shots and the maybe the position to maybe pull this back out, but with only 30 seconds left, it will be tough, and Aspect and Cram are ensuring that they do not have the correct lineup. Reaper there for the block and reposition, making sure that it's going down. It looks like Cram came in for that hit and missed it. Unfortunately, he is going to have to fall to the ground while Skeletons. Beautiful shot. Reaper missed the aerial. They will not be able to solidify that. And with 10 seconds left, I don't think the Huskies are going to be able to make the comeback they wanted to make.
No, I don't think so, but they put up a valiant effort. They just had a couple missed shots that if they went in, this game would have been a lot closer and may have turned out a lot different than it did.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that is the first game in the bag, and it's truly amazing just to look at these point differences here. We had Reaper and Skeletons both having about 500, 600 points, and Cram definitely the MVP of that match with almost 1,000 of his own score. 5 goals, 3 saves, 5 shots, definitely the one to watch in that match, but we'll have to see if he can keep up that energy going throughout the series.
Yeah, definitely. He really popped off in that game. It's going to be a matter of just trying to keep that energy, keep that pace. And it's going to, for the Huskies, to me, really, they just need to hit the net. If they hit the net and they can score, they can win this game. But I had them missing 3 shots. And
absolutely.
And that was the goal differential.
And it's crazy too, because we're looking at the shots themselves, and Reaper and Skeletons both 4 shots each for a total of 8, and the Vipers only had 1 more shot, but they had double the amount of goals, and that's really just making sure that they have the goal presence and making sure that the shots they are taking actually go into the net.
Yeah, definitely.
And we are getting ready for game 2 here of this series. We'll see if the Huskies are actually able to come back and maybe give the Vipers a little bit more of a run for their money this time, that they've maybe settled into a groove. It'll be Skeletons and Aspect in for the first kickoff. Reaper sending it into the Viper side of the field, definitely making sure that his presence is known in this first matchup. Skeletons making sure that it is not on the Huskies' end of the field. Cram sending it back the other way. But Reaper is there and demoed by Cram. Let's see if Aspect is actually able to get this ball, as we have to wait for Reaper to respawn. But that respawn may actually have benefited the Huskies there, as Reaper was there in time to make sure that the ball stayed where they wanted it to be. And the return demo on Cram, you give and you get, right?
Yeah, you do, and the Huskies have come out again, starting very strong very early in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, and it looks like Aspect is going to take that as Skeletons watches from the ground, waiting to see exactly what Aspect is going to do with it. Cram there, but I don't think he's ready for that team-up, but unfortunately the Huskies are not able to make anything out of that play. Cram sending it down the field.
Again, another miss, and it seems like we might have a Rule 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, again, back on Huskies, as Cram and Reaper are nose and nose, ensuring that this is just a one-on-one between Skeletons and Aspect. We'll see if they're able to do anything with Skeletons taking the ball down to the other end of the field. Aspect recovers and steals it, and that is going in! 0-1 for score of the game!
Yeah, I mean, that was just just ones, and Aspect made the better play.
Absolutely, and it's again just crazy to see that one-on-one action there, and locking up each other and ensuring that it's going to be the one-on-one that these two players do technically deserve with one another. We're going to see if Skeletons can set up his teammate at all, as this is on the Huskies side of the field right now. Cram coming in, playing a little bit aggressive. Reaper with a beautiful knock, making sure that it is not in front of the net. Aspect repositions it to ensure that it's still in the corner, but he is going to miss the backflip, and it is going towards the goal, and it's going to go a little bit wide, which is not bad, but Cram is there to ensure that, ooh, Reaper coming in with a beautiful hit. Aspect making sure that it's not in the goal, but he can't stop it twice. Skeletons with a goal, 1-1.
Just a nice passing play, and finally got one on target.
Absolutely, and that was a narrow miss. Aspect almost did hit that second block, but unfortunately just not able to do it.
Yeah.
It looks like Reaper's going to take the hit, but Cram was there to ensure that that kickoff was going to go to the Viper's name in front of the goal. Skeletons going up and actually making sure that this ball is positioned correctly with that double hit there, and it's going in again! Goodness gracious! Cram with a backflip miss on the block.
That's actually a counterattack from the Huskies. We've mostly been seeing that from the Vipers.
Yeah, absolutely. The Huskies are definitely making sure that they are more aggressive. What a beautiful kickoff for the Huskies. Once again, Aspect there to ensure that it's not going to stay in the corner that they want. Reaper is going to play aggressive once again, though. We're going to see if Skeletons can do anything with this ball, but Aspect looks to be actually kicking it back. And yeah, Skeletons does actually begin to steal it a little bit, but Cram is there to ensure that the Vipers will maintain possession, although that was a little too much. Maybe? No! Beautiful save by Skeletons. Aspect definitely did have the lineup there, but Skeletons there just to ensure that it did not go in. Reaper with a beautiful, beautiful spin, making sure that that ball is not going to be in front of their net. Cram trying to get in front of it, and he won't be there. Reapers actually took it, and what a beautiful pinch for the Vipers, ensuring that, their pressure just gone, just like that.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually a great offensive series there from the Vipers. First time we've really seen that. It's mostly just been counters.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was kind of forced by the Huskies. The Huskies a little more passive during that first match, and Reaper unable to secure that goal there. Aspect and Cram both on the same side of the field. We're going to see if they're able to do anything with that. Cram's going to have to head back towards the Viper side of the field as Reaper tries to push it in. Beautiful knock off the backboard, and unfortunately not in. Aspect was there once again with a save. Beautiful, beautiful saves coming in on both sides of the field right now. This is extremely competitive in comparison to that first matchup we saw.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot closer. And
yeah.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, you're right. It is absolutely closer, and it's just incredible to see the fact that we were discussing how these teams were so close with each other, but the Huskies obviously coming down with that rank differential, but they definitely are in it to win it with this matchup so far, as Reaper sends one in, but Cram is there for the save. Going down towards the Husky side of the field now, Reaper ensuring that they are going to make sure that this goal is protected with this 1-goal lead. Unfortunately, he misses the aerial. Aspect is setting it up. We're going to see if Cram is able to help him out, but no, Skeletons ensures that it is on the right side, and Cram is there setting it up. Is Aspect going to do it? Oh, nope, Skeletons there again with such a close save. We see that ball just inching in. You can see the gray on it, and they are not able to recover. Skeletons in 3-1.
That's just, it's a counterattack off of a miss. I mean, that's a two-goal swing. That game was almost tied.
Absolutely it was, but with 24 seconds left, I don't think the Vipers are going to recover this. Huskies just got to make sure that they don't let it slip right from underneath them. Reaper going to make sure that this is a little bit slower of a play, but Aspect doesn't want any part of it. He wants to make sure that his team does have the chance to get it. Skeletons, ooh, just a little bit to the right there, Aspect. He almost got it in. Cram demoed Skeletons, ensuring that they will take away this victory. 3-1? 3-1.
What a fantastic game by the Huskies.
Absolutely. Again, we take a look at all of their past records, and they definitely did come in with a little bit more energy in this matchup in comparison to the first one, with Reapers and Skeletons both playing this match for the first time as teammates for their lineup. It is beautiful to actually see them coming in with this kind of energy with one another, making those plays off of each other. Skeleton's definitely the one to watch during this match. A score of 700 in comparison to the rest of the players on this match actually having closer to 200, 300. It's just incredible to see Skeletons really coming out and ensuring that his presence was seen, and he definitely made sure that this victory was going to the Huskies.
Yeah, I mean, I had it both. I had both teams missing 3 shots, and I mean, it's these missed shots are going to be killer. I mean, the Vipers just had a couple near misses that they just can't afford to miss these shots.
Yeah, absolutely. And, once again, in comparison to the first match, we once again see that both teams taking almost the same number of shots. In this case, they both actually took 6, but the Huskies were able to secure 50% goal ratio on that one in comparison to the Vipers, who were only able to secure that 1 goal. And as we move into Game 3, we'll see if they're able to keep up the energy that we saw in that first match.
Yeah, and let's see if we'll see another sustained early pressure from the Huskies again.
Yeah, absolutely, and that is what it's looking to be. Skeletons looks like he messed up his angle there, had a hard reset, and that is going to give the Vipers a little bit of a lead, but thankfully Reaper was there to ensure that Skeletons did have that second reset, and Reaper making sure that that pressure is staying on to the Viper side. Skeletons coming in, and it looks like Cram will deflect this one onto the outside of the field. Oh, Skeletons just barely missing a hit. Reaper just gonna play it a little more passively, ensuring that his teammate has that second reset.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's Huskies have for the third time generated some early pressure, but let's see if they can actually capitalize on it. They've yet to be able to do that.
Absolutely, and we just saw once again, all of these shots being taken, but none of them able to be secured. We saw Reaper there missing that first one, and another demo, this time on Skeletons. Maybe the Vipers are listening in a little bit to the cast and, singling him out this game, but, we've seen so far both teams taking 1 shot each and just not able to actually secure a goal. Reaper is going to set that up. Aspect's going to take over, and it's going to go towards the Huskies side of the field here. Aspect setting it up. We'll see if Cram's able to make anything of it. Off the backboard, Reaper sending it to the other side of the field, making sure that, Aspect in with the deflect, and Skeletons responding as quickly as possible. This is just back and forth at this point. Cram making sure it's off the backboard, and it goes in 0-1.
Just what a great play by Cram there. Just good counterattack, good follow-up, and not much you could do there if you're the Huskies.
Absolutely, and with a minute 40 gone from this game, we'll be able to see if the Huskies can keep up the pressure we saw in the last match. Reaper and Cram a little bit aggressive here, bumping into one another. Both of them miss an aerial attack. Aspect with a beautiful block on Skeletons. Reaper resetting it, and Skeletons is just going to head downfield and ensure that he's not able to have anything wrong with this play. Takes it up the wall and resets it towards the middle, but Aspect is there to ensure that the pressure stays on for the Vipers. Reaper doesn't want any part of it. He's like, no, we're going to take this exactly where I want it to go. Cram with a beautiful deflect, though. And Cram once again setting it up. We're going to see if Aspect can make anything of it, but Skeletons does not allow them to make a play off of this one. It does look as if, oh man, Aspect with a beautiful demolition there by Skeleton. Unfortunate. And Skeletons, again, with another demo. He's really coming out and being a little more aggressive after that first demo on him.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the Huskies really have been a second half team, scoring most of their goals after the 2.5 minute mark.
Yeah, absolutely. They are definitely showing the endurance. Skeleton going to set it up. We're going to see if Reapers is able to do anything with this, but I don't believe so. Unfortunately, he has to reset his position entirely. Misses the shot. He's out of this play for a moment, and it is going to go in 0-2.
Just taking advantage of a mistake. That's what's going to win you these games.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the second time we've seen it up against the Huskies. Unfortunately, they are just letting their defense slip this match. But Skeletons with a beautiful aggression there as Reaper sets it up. We're going to see if they're able to do anything with this kickoff, but Cram not going to let them do it. Skeletons make a shot. Aspect, beautiful block once again. Reaper in with the follow-up and going to see if they can do anything with it. It's going to go towards the Huskies. Skeleton there with a little bit of a collision by him and Aspect, and a beautiful block by Skeletons. He did recover in time to make sure that he was there in front of the goal. As this ball goes into the air, Aspect trying to reposition it towards the middle. Skeletons there to respond. Off the backboard, once again, Aspect there to make sure the block is happening. We are definitely seeing our assigned goalies in this matchup. And it looks as if this one will also go up the wall. Skeletons is going to be there to aggress it, and Cram not able to respond. It does go off the back. Reaper there to see if he can get it in, but Cram once again goes up to the air and makes sure that he's able to position that. Aspect knocks it up and actually knocked Reaper back a little bit, but Reaper quickly responding. Skeletons off the backboard. Reaper, barely misses with a collision on that. Aspect on the Viper's side. Skeletons definitely going to try, but unfortunately unable to make anything out of that play. Cram centers it. Skeletons might be able to do something with this. We're going to have to wait and see, though. With 28 seconds left, I just don't think the Huskies are going to be able to respond.
I mean, you never know with this, but right now it's not looking like it. The Vipers have just been playing some lights out defense. Any ball towards the net just cannot get by these guys.
Yeah. Absolutely, the Vipers are already coming in with 3 saves. There's 10 seconds left on this. Will Cram be able to send it in for a third? Nope, Skeletons will make that save. Aspect just going to let it roll. Yep, just going to let it roll as Vipers take this one home.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very tight game all the way through. I mean, it may have been, it was 2-0, but just little mistakes that lost the Huskies that game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've said it every single match, but the shots being taken, this one 5 each by both teams. It's just going to come down to which team is able to secure those goals more.
Yeah, and it's also then just the quality of the shots. I don't think a lot of the shots that the Huskies took were of a very high quality. They were putting them where the Vipers were in the net, or they were slow balls towards the net that were easily deflected away. I thought the shots that the Vipers put on net were a lot more dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that. And, the Huskies, unfortunately, you're right. The quality of their shots definitely was not on par with the Vipers. We take a look at the goals that Cram was able to make there, coming in with both of the scores for his team. And it's just fantastic to see that kind of aggression from both teams. But when the shots they're taking don't match what they're wanting, it's just not going to end well.
No, and it's again with it being match point for the Vipers, the Huskies are going to have to pull out another win here.
Yeah, absolutely, and it looks like the Vipers are going to stay with the aggression that we saw from them last match as Reaper has to respond. Aspect playing extremely aggressive, Cram making sure that it stays on the Huskies' end. Skeletons, unfortunately, overextended a little bit. Reaper was there for the rotation. Aspect misses a little bit of the shot he was anticipating there. Looks like Reapers is also going to make that miss on the aerial. Skeletons will be forced to respond on this, and that is going in for the first goal, 0-1 Vipers.
Just a little mistake in the defensive end. That's just a very rough deflection for Skeletons there to have that ball pop into the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's, again, just those defensive cracks that are going to cause the Huskies the most problems with this. But what a beautiful offense on that kickoff. And they are going to secure the goal, 1-1!
Just an awkward ball. That's a very tough read. Cram just missed that, and it just drops out in front. Not quite sure where Aspect was on that one.
Unfortunately, I don't have that answer for you, but I would love to see the replay on that one. we're definitely going to have to clip it. Cram playing extremely aggressive. Reaper going to have a beautiful deflection, and Aspect will be there to ensure that it stays towards the middle of the field. This one is seeming to be a little bit of a slower play until Skeletons does that. Goodness gracious, Reaper with the deflect. And we are going to see if the Vipers are able to respond to the mess of that goal that they just made. It looked as if Reaper actually just defended that goal there, even though it was going to be in on his side. And Cram in with a beautiful position. We're going to see if he's able to set that up for Aspect, and he is! That is 1-2!
That's just a wonderful passing play there. That absolutely beautiful. Popping that off of the sidewall there. Aspect right up in the middle, and he just finishes.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, knocking it right past Reaper, unable to make anything of that play at all. It looks like Skeletons and Cram are going to go in. It looks like the Vipers are going to take this one. Reaper, beautiful deflection over the head of both of the Vipers. And a beautiful save by Aspect. You know, thankfully he was able to get to the other side of the field quick enough to defend, but unfortunately the Huskies are not! 1-3!
That's just a rough one. I mean, it looks like they may have messed up a rotation. No one was back.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like they maybe doubled up on that play. Both of them playing a little too aggressive on that play, and we're going to have to see if they're able to make it back. And oh my goodness, for the second time, Reaper in! That is both members of the Huskies doing that to the Vipers on a kickoff now.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the Huskies really need to put a bit more effort into this kickoff game. That seems to be where they're getting their goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I think it's really just the Vipers kind of anticipating the middle game between these shots. And what in the world is this? 3-3!
What a... I really don't know what to say here. I mean, they have put in 2 goals in the past 7 seconds to tie this up. It was looking really good for the Vipers, and we're back even.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're going to have to wait and see if the Vipers' defenses are going to continue to crumble like they are currently. Cram coming in, ensuring that this is going to be a little more aggressive than the previous plays we've seen, hitting a beautiful aerial, bouncing off the backboard. We'll see if Aspect's able to recover it a little bit, but not too much. We're going to see as Reaper takes this into the other end. Skeleton setting up, beautiful shot. We'll see if Cram's able to make the block, and he is. Was a pretty easy one. Reaper there with the return, making sure that it stays away. And Aspect is going to try to take this one in a little bit slower than his teammate there. Reaper once again with a beautiful goal. You know, the shots once again pretty even. You know, the Huskies making 6 so far, the Vipers making 7. You know, it's very interesting just to see exactly how many shots each team is making, and it's truly coming down to the quality of the goals.
Yeah, I mean, it really just seems like that this game it's kind of switched around. The Huskies are scoring on these quick counterattacks, and the Vipers are scoring on these sustained offensive pressure.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a beautiful shot blocked by Cram. We're going to see if the Huskies are able to do anything about that, and they are taking the lead with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left.
That's just a great play by both of them there to get up and put that in. It's dangerous, but that paid off.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, the Huskies taking the lead. If you would have told me a minute ago in gameplay, I would not have believed you that the Huskies would be able to make this come back. We're going to see if Reaper is able to block that one out. It hits the side post. Skeletons making sure he's there for his teammate. Cram making sure the pressure remains on, but once again, Reaper always there for the response. Unfortunately, it's over his head. We're going to see if Skeletons is able to reposition. Cram wasn't there for that rotation, though, but he is there for that deflection. Aspect missed that aerial spin, and unfortunately, Skeletons is in the air with him and making sure that that does not go in front of the goal, let alone in it. Aspect making sure the pressure stays on, and we're going to see if he's able to respond with this, but Reaper really making sure that they maintain this lead. Beautiful rotation by the Huskies there, as Skeletons comes in to ensure that Reaper's not the only one doing work.
Another great offensive chance here. What a save.
Beautiful save by Cram there. You're right. It was a beautiful offensive play there. You know, the Huskies have been playing much more aggressive this matchup. You know, and they really do just want to take the lead in this series.
I mean, they're fighting. They're fighting for the win rate here. It's not their win, but they need to get this to get it to Game 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's definitely going to come down to see if Cram and Aspect are able to make anything out of this. Skeletons will be there for the deflection and ensuring that the Vipers, once again, don't have a chance to get that goal in.
Yeah, the Huskies are really making it work for them in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Huskies really pushing that pressure on. Unfortunately, they were a little bit doubled up there, but Skeletons is going to make sure that he's in the correct position for his teammate as he dribbles this through the air. And it goes in! 5-3!
That's just a wonderful play from Skeletons. I'm not going to say it's over yet, but it's looking really good for the Huskies right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Skeletons actually missed that shot. It was Cram that kind of sealed his own fate there, pushing it back in for the Huskies.
Yeah,
and Skeletons really pushes this one off. Maybe the Vipers are going to not necessarily let the game go for this last 20 seconds, but definitely maybe get into the mindset for the next match. I stand corrected. Cram with a beautiful cross-field shot going in 5-4.
Well, the Vipers certainly want to make it interesting.
Absolutely, and I of course spoke too soon. Cram making me put my own foot in my mouth, which is perfectly fine with me. It makes the game more interesting. Reaper going to come in with Aspect on this one. He was able to make sure that it stayed on that side of the field on the Viper. Skeleton once again with that aerial, and Cram really coming in aggressive once more. Oh, Reaper in with the block. Will this go into overtime, though, as Cram pushes it up, and it is going into overtime with 2 seconds left, unless if they can make a play happen on this kickoff.
Just what a play by Cram after the Vipers didn't score for over 3 minutes. They've put 2 in less than 20 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, the Viper is definitely not going down without a fight, and that is going to go off the wall, touch the ground, and we are in overtime! Looks like it's going to be Aspect and Reaper coming up on this one. Let's see, as the Huskies are maintaining the pressure. Cram coming in with a little bit of deflection towards the middle. Cram going to set it up. We're going to see if Aspect can make any play out of this. No, Reaper's going to respond, make sure that it stays exactly where he wants it. And it's into the corner of the Viper side. We're going to see Skeletons maybe push up a little bit. Aspect hitting it to a side that Skeletons wasn't ready for, but Reaper definitely was, as this goes to the opposite end of the field. Still towards the middle. Oh, barely a miss right there by Aspect. He just lets it go by. Cram not there for the block! 6-5! And the Huskies take it!
That was just a great play. I'm not sure if Cram just had a missed input there, but it seemed like he could have made that save, and I think something happened.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, once again, we're just seeing these shots come in from the Huskies and, you know, 12 shots taken, once again, with a 50% average on those goals. The Vipers coming in 3-2 you know, they took 11 shots. And the quality of the shots by the Huskies, once again, excluding those 2 at the very, you know, kickoff going in and just slipping by the Vipers' defenses, definitely just a little bit better shot placement on the Huskies' end.
I really have to say, I wonder what kind of game we're going to get. Game 1 had 9 goals. Game 2 had 4. Game 3 had 2. And Game 4 has had 11. I wonder if it's going to be an offensive or defensive slugfest.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, taking it into the 5th game of this series is definitely going to be a little bit interesting as the Vipers coming off you know, they definitely made the comeback effort, but unfortunately they just let it slip through. And, you know, the Huskies definitely walking away very happy with that one. We're going to have to wait and see exactly how this one turns out.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting. The Huskies have really had to fight for these wins, and it's going to be another fight.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are into game 5 here. As a beautiful little bit of a skirmish there between Reaper and Aspect. Definitely making sure that they are both playing super aggressive in this one. Aspect going to make sure that that ball does not go into the net, just like we saw it last time, but Reaper really trying to make sure it goes. And we are going to see, this is actually going a little bit slower, but definitely a little more control in terms of the shots actually being taken.
Yeah, definitely. I think both teams don't want to overextend, just considering that they don't want to let up a goal. Getting these goals have been difficult sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I would definitely say that we're definitely seeing the ball go back and forth and staying in the middle more often than we did the previous times. Aspect with a beautiful block, making sure that ball stays out of the goal. Skeleton's trying to set it up again, but Cram sending it to the opposite end of the field. We'll see if Reaper's able to make anything of this.
Yeah, it's been wonderful back and forth play so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And, both teams definitely paying a little bit of timing to make sure that they are playing both aggressive and passive, making sure that their defenses are there. A near miss by Aspect there. Once again, it's just going to come down to the quality of the goals.
Yeah, and it really it looks like that that the Huskies have been, in my opinion, getting some better chances so far.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. We take a look at how many shots. Again, it's 2 shots each for both teams. And again, the Huskies just really coming in and making sure that they are more aggressive than the Vipers on this one. But the Vipers still able to make sure that all the shots that they've taken are blocked.
Yeah, I'm really just waiting to see who's going to make a big mistake first.
Yeah, and as we approach the second minute of gameplay, it's really going to come down to whoever makes the first mistake. And we'll see if the dominoes drop after that. Beautiful deflect by Reaper as the Aspect was really trying to make sure something did happen there, but he was not able to. And it looks like Reaper fell down right on top of Cram, but Cram able to make sure that he is able to deflect that ball back towards the Huskies' end of the field, going into that back corner. A nice aerial skirmish between Reaper and Aspect, and Cram sending it in, but Skeletons is there for the deflect, making sure that this remains 0-0, 2.5 minutes in. And once again, we're just seeing these little side skirmishes directly in front of the goal, just with absolutely no way of either team getting it in. As we approach the 3rd minute of game, the still 0-0 score. Definitely a fantastic athletic effort, and Skeletons with the deflect almost got it in there, Vipers, but not quite.
Yeah, this is the longest we've gone without seeing the first goal of the game.
Yeah, absolutely, and both Skeletons and Cram missing their shot there. Maybe the pressure is getting to them. As Skeletons and Reaper are setting up this rotation, we're going to see if they're able to do anything. Aspect's there for the deflect. Will Reaper be able to reposition himself to make sure that Cram's aggression is responded to correctly? And it looks like that's going in front of the goal, and Aspect makes the first goal of the game!
It's the way that this game is going, that's going to be tough for the Huskies to come back from.
Yeah, absolutely, and if the Vipers keep up the aggression that they've had these past couple of games, and especially this one, I don't think we're going to see a response from the Huskies, but it's going to come down to if Reaper can make more plays like that with the ball going into the corner, as both of the Vipers were on the opposite end of the field. Aspect able to rotate back in time. Skeletons with a beautiful deflect. We're going to see if Cram is able to make anything of it. No, Skeletons wins that 50, able to keep that ball into that corner. We're going to see if he can do anything. Reaper a little bit in front of the goal, tips that a little bit off. Unfortunately not able to make anything of it. We're going to see if they are able to reset this, or if the Vipers are going to do what they're doing right now and sending it to the other end of the field. As we approach the last minute of gameplay here, once again, a little bit wide, but the Vipers not needing necessarily another score, just needing to make sure that they don't get scored on, and Cram is going to make sure that that is going to be an 0-2 game. The Huskies definitely have a lot of room that they need to cover in this last 44 seconds.
Yeah, it's only gotten twice as hard now.
Yeah, absolutely, and as we go into the 3rd kickoff of this matchup, we're definitely going to see if the Huskies are able to make any plays out of this. Skeletons there making sure that the pressure is on, but Reaper a little bit out of position just for the bounce on that ball, not able to make sure anything's coming of it. Aspect going to send it to the opposite end of the field. No one is there. Nope, I lied. Skeletons is actually there to deflect. Cram trying to push in the pressure. Unfortunately, Skeletons kind of deflecting a little bit, but Reaper is going to try to play aggressive. Aspect getting a beautiful push past him. As we approach 10 seconds left, though, I don't believe the Huskies are going to make much out of this, but they are definitely going to try with this play here. Unfortunately, Cram sends it into the air. Skeletons bounces it back off, and both miss that aerial. Unfortunately, that's going to be the end of the game with the Vipers coming in 0-2, 0-2.
What a fantastic series. Really, I have to say, I'm very impressed with the Huskies. They performed a lot better than I thought they were going to do, and I think the Vipers, even despite this win, have a bit to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the Vipers definitely will have a lot to think about, considering the fact they were coming in a little bit on the favorites' end there. Definitely because of the skill difference there. You know, we're talking about 100-point difference for both players on both the top and low end there. And it's fantastic just to see the difference that was made there. Especially with, you know, we're seeing Aspect and Cram come in with a lot of offense, and, you know, a couple of those shots that they made should have gone in.
Yeah, I mean, there were quite a few misses across all of the games that just you can't miss these shots. You're not always going to get these opportunities back, and when you do get them, you need to score.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's again just fascinating to sit and watch these two teams duke it out. And, you know, they definitely left it on the field tonight. You know, 3-2 is not something we often see with these matchups, but we're going to have to wait and see if the Huskies are going to take what they've played here and apply it to their practices.
Yeah, I mean, just a very impressive performance from them. I still think that they can, you know, hold up their heads. That was a great fight from them. But the Vipers did come out with the win that they expected to get.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's again just interesting just to see the Vipers maintaining their perfect record, going 4-0 now on their series, whereas the Huskies are going to be 2-2. We're going to have to wait and see if the you know, Vipers are able to maintain this, and if the Huskies are going to be able to, you know, maybe switch their mentality so that they don't go into that negative 2-3 as we go into next week's matchups.
Yeah, definitely looking like two teams that might be heading in opposite directions right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I would definitely say this series was the definitive factor behind that. And we are joined now in studio by the Vipers. You know, first question to both of you. Absolutely fantastic game. What were your feelings when, you know, that second, third game started to come in and, you know, the pressure was definitely on?
So, this is my first match with Krem as a teammate because we just got him like last week. So it was like quite nervous. I was nervous at first, but like after like the third game, we had it. I knew we would win at the end. So
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and that's a really good point that you made there. You know, it's the first time you guys have had as teammates on the field in a series. How were the communications for you guys throughout that?
pretty good. We calmed, and like there was some moments we didn't calm because we were just focusing that much. So like it was fine. At the fifth game, we had it in the bag. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it was a fantastic comeback there as a tie game in game 4. You know, what were some of the mistakes that I guess you guys could have made that you definitely want to get corrected in practice with one another?
What like with me, I just got faked too easily. So that was my biggest mistake I can see. And with Cram, he just missed on defense, but that's about it.
My dad's on these fixed.
Yep, absolutely. But you know, I definitely think you both played your hearts out on that field, and you know, coming on against the Huskies, what were some of your expectations coming into this match?
I knew we would win before we even started. It's just a matter of like us knowing that also, because like I think after the fourth game, going to game 5, like we were kind of nervous, but like we knew we were gonna win because you know we had them like first and the third game we won. So I mean, It's just a matter of
Yeah.
just believing it, like believing we're gonna win. So that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. It was definitely that mental challenge of ensuring, going in, you thought it was going to happen, but there is a big difference between thinking and believing it's going to happen. And what a fantastic series from both of you. We're going to go ahead and let you go and, go ahead and enjoy your victory and go ahead and hit the practice field because I'm sure you guys want to go ahead and play some scrims after that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Alrighty, and that'll be it for us on this matchup. We do have one more game after this, I believe. But my name's Ben, and I was joined this evening by Akbars here in studio. Please stay tuned for that next matchup, and we will see you guys next time.
welcome back to the last match of the evening, unless I get told otherwise. In other words, I'm not going to be sticking around for that match, but we have an absolute banger for you guys in the Origin League. I am KJ, joined in the casting booth after what I would probably say is match of the week by none other than Ben.
Yeah,
Ben,
absolutely.
welcome back.
Thank you so much. And you're absolutely correct. That last matchup with that last series, definitely a lot of good plays were being made. Sitting here in the casting booth, it was absolutely fantastic being able to sit back and see some of those beautiful shots being taken, some of those amazing blocks, and I'm really hoping that the Monkeys and the Unicorns are able to bring that same kind of energy with the Origin League.
Yeah, and let's kind of talk about that for a second. We got the Monkeys who are sitting at 1-2. And the Unicorns, who have yet to find their first win on the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting that you point that out, just because the Unicorns coming in with a matchup for their teams that has actually never played together in a series so far.
Yeah, and one of the other things is we kind of talked about this before we even started. On FDL Central, the Unicorns were actually a bit of a favorite on the desk to get their first win. So, I mean, this is going to definitely be interesting because this is, I believe you said we've got Henny and Yahtzee and Saucy and I'm apparently
it'll be J-Man. Yep, it'll be Saucy and J-Man's over on the Monkeys. And it's interesting because we have seen J-Man's and Saucy played together in week 1, but they have not been on the field together for a broadcast since. So we're going to see if they're able to keep that energy that they had in week 1. The Monkeys coming off of a loss this week, so we're going to have to see if they've shaken off those nerves that they maybe had last week.
Yeah, I definitely agree that I will say that this is probably about to be a really big match for either one of these teams, because you figure next week is week 5. You're going into the halfway point in the season. A win here will do you so much good, especially in the standings, especially for the Unicorns to be able to at least get that one on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. The Unicorns looking for their first win, and if the Monkeys end up losing this one, it's going to put them at a 2-2 record. And as much as I love numbers repeating, 2-2 just doesn't look good when they're coming in 2-1.
Absolutely, and you actually have that backwards. The Monkeys only have 1 win.
Oh my goodness!
They have 2 losses.
I wrote that down wrong. I am so sorry.
If they do end up going 1-3, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see if they can turn their season around. But in that case, Ben, are you ready to get these boys in here and get this game underway in the most out of this world league? As much as people talk about Elite League, the Origin League.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually really excited to see what these players do have to come in and offer after the intense game we saw last match. But I do believe they will keep us entertained.
And hopefully we can get these guys in here. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. I don't know.
And while we're waiting on them, we can easily go into a couple of the stats. We're looking at Saucy here coming in with J-Man's. They're both definitely the higher ratings in comparison to Barney's, who's also on that team. And it's interesting taking a look at their score per average. We're looking at Saucy having 377 score per game average, with J-Man's coming in a little bit higher than that with a 457. Definitely going to be looking at that. The Unicorns, on the other hand, a little bit lower in terms of score per games. Yahtzee coming in with a 414, so a little bit better than Saucy's, but a little bit lower than J-Man's. And we are going to go ahead and take this game.
Yep, and J-Man's going to take control of this. Yahtzee with a great save to turn that ball away. Yahtzee going to go for another touch. J-Man's taking control. Henny to boom this ball down the field. That's a great clear coming out from the Henny. As Saucy going to take this one, try to take control of it, gets past 1. Can he get past Yahtzee? Yahtzee going back into the net. Great touch by Saucy, but Yahtzee easily turns that ball away.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the gameplay that we were really looking forward to as that ball gets sent to the other end of the field.
Yeah, and this is starting out a lot faster than most things. This J-Man's gonna put a shot on net, not gonna get there, just barely missing the top right corner as Henny gonna put this one out of play. J-Man's putting this off the backboard. Nobody there to capitalize for the Monkeys. It's as Saucy gonna hit this off the backboard. Gonna go up for it. Get a nice little touch. Yahtzee clearing it away off of the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we see these shots coming in. We already have that 2 shots by J-Mans now. Definitely coming in with 1.67 average goals per game. We're going to see if he can keep up that record or maybe improve it this time.
Oh man, I really love it that you pulled out the stats. I'm a stats man myself. I absolutely love it. As Yahtzee's gonna put a shot on net. Turned away by Saucy. Saucy gonna take control of this ball. Gets a 50-50 with Henny. Able to stay on this one. Gets a pop past Yahtzee, and that ball's gonna go in. Saucy being a little saucy and putting the Monkeys up 1-0.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, that's the energy I was talking about before. We definitely want to see Saucy putting more up there, you know, at a 0.57 average goals per game. The fact he made the first one, a fantastic addition to his stat card.
Yeah, and that was an absolutely gorgeous goal that he was able to put in, as he's going to try to put another one in, but Yahtzee going to turn that one away as Henny ball does not get a touch on it. No boost to his name. Yahtzee sitting in net with a good amount. Saucy puts that one up, almost gets the double. And I'm going to tell you something, Ben. That's one of the things about Origin that I absolutely love, is because you never know what you're going to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, personally, as a Gold 3 at Rocket League, I make love to the backboard every single game I play. So seeing it here, absolutely fantastic. As we see Yahtzee put one away there, making it 1-1.
Yeah, and this was just a great counterattack by Yahtzee. Both Monkeys players sitting on the same side of the field. And that's one of the things that the Monkeys are going to have to not do, which is monkey around and try to see ball, hit ball, and do nothing else. Not take control of it. I know it's not exactly the easiest thing to do, but Yahtzee's doing it right here, and this is what the Monkeys are going to have to make sure to do to give themselves an opportunity. Oh my goodness! Yahtzee almost absolutely made me pee myself.
Yeah, absolutely. If they would have had that second commit with Henny coming in with a follow-up, that definitely would have been a goal for the Unicorns, but unfortunately they were just not able to make it happen.
And Yahtzee's going to go up for this ball, put it off the side. Not able to get a second touch on it, but he's going to stick with it. Saucy, smart pop into the corner. Yahtzee gets it past one. Is he able to get past two? No. Henny gonna get an awkward touch on this, but that does take it out of danger for the time being. J-Man's gonna go up for this. Gonna get the shot. What a save from Yahtzee. Oh my goodness, Yahtzee really putting on a defensive showing for all of you to see. As Saucy gonna try to put this into the midfield. Cannot. J-Man's to turn on it. Nice pop over one. Is he able to get it over Henny? No. Saucy, you gotta try to take control of this. Yahtzee beats him to it, but there is no chance for him to get a shot on that as J-Man spawns in at the perfect time. Henny, to keep up the pressure, goes for the aerial. Is he gonna get it? He is! And he's gonna put the Unicorns up by one.
Yeah, absolutely. And, not the expectations that we had coming in for the Unicorns. Yahtzee already almost over 1.5% of his average scores per game. He's rocking 600 right now. He usually rocks closer to 400. Definitely a monster in this matchup so far.
Yeah, he's been absolutely incredible. As that's a nice double touch from J-Man. No, Saucy, unfortunately, not there to get that. No boost. Trying to go for this ball. Yahtzee gonna collect it. Gonna go for the dribble. Does get a nice controlled touch. Able to get that pass. And not on target, though, as Henny gonna challenge. Puts that into the corner. There's still plenty of time left, but, can the Unicorns maintain this? Because they have had a lead in the past, as Yahtzee's gonna put a third one in. And that is his second goal of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think we really do just have to go back to what we were talking about before the game even started. The Monkeys coming off of a loss. It's really just going to be getting over that mentality of that loss from that previous series and really making sure that they play aggressive, just like J-Mans did there.
Yeah, and this is really good for the Monkeys. What a save from Yahtzee. My goodness, his defensive presence has been known, as Henny going to try to get himself a second goal as well. Saucy beating Yahtzee to that one. J-Mans puts this one over to Saucy. Saucy almost gets a really clean redirect as Henny now going to dribble this one out. Able to get past midfield, but gives up his life in the process. J-Man's trying to get that over Yahtzee. Yahtzee able to challenge him. Henny, free ball here. Can he put this one in to help secure a goal for the Unicorns? And Saucy says, no, I'm just a little too saucy for you, and is able to save that one away. Here we are, 20 seconds left. J-Man's going to take this ball downfield. Monkeys, if they're going to do something, they need to do it now. Gets a nice challenge. Can Saucy get up for it? He gets really close on the touch. 10 seconds left. Saucy puts this one in the middle. Great turn away by Yahtzee, and this will just about do it for game one, as Henny is going to put in a 4th goal for the Unicorns.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's a highly competitive game, a little less physical than I expected coming in, but, with only one demo, 4-1 being the score, just an outstanding performance by the Unicorns so far.
Yeah, they've looked really good. Not to say anything about the past couple weeks that they haven't looked good, but the Unicorns come away with game one. What did you see there, Ben? I mean, what changes do the Monkeys need to make in game two?
It definitely comes down to that defensive pressure so far. The Monkeys putting up, again, almost as many shots as the Unicorns. Unicorns put up 9, Monkeys put up 8. Unfortunately, the Monkeys only able to walk away with 1 to their name, while the Unicorns able to, put away nearly 50% of the shots they took. And I really think that it just comes down to the Monkeys' defense at this point. Making sure that they are getting their rotations correctly, making sure that they aren't doubling up on attacks and having, someone on that back post, ensuring that that goal is protected. That is really what they need to be focusing on at this point.
Yeah, and one of the other things to kind of note here is that Yahtzee himself had 5 saves on the 8 shots. So that means that 3 of the shots that the Monkeys took were not necessarily on target. And I think if the Monkeys can kind of get those shots on target, they'll put up the pressure. And if it's any indication as to what has happened to the Unicorns past couple weeks, Unicorns have a little bit of a rough time whenever it comes to pressure.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you say that Yahtzee actually got 5 saves. He's only got 7 saves to his record in total. So, almost doubling that in a single match up against the Monkeys. Definitely not a good feeling for any of the Monkey fans sitting out there today, as they definitely need to refocus on their shots and definitely on their defense.
All right, so I got to ask you. Unicorns take game 1. Can they take game 2? Will they let the pressure get to them?
See, and that is the question that we have to see, coming in 0-3 for the series. It's definitely one of those where they got that taste of victory on that first match. Will they be able to get it in match 2 and on match 3 if they're able to walk away with it on match 2? They were the desk favorite, and we're going to have to wait and see if they can live up to expectations.
Yeah, and here we go. Game 2, 5 minutes. That's all it takes to play unless we decide to go for top. Saucy going to win that one with authority. And this ball it's just going to go in. J-Man's able to get the secure. And what a quick start from the Monkeys.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we were talking about. They did not double up on the attackers. They did have someone on the left side and on the right, making sure that that attack was on the goal, and that is what got them that score.
Yeah, and one of the other things that I kind of find kind of funny is that Saucy went for a bump on Henny, and Henny just ended up missing that ball. So the Monkeys were able to capitalize on it. That's something that they're going to really have to do, is Yahtzee trying to get this past Saucy, and Henny going to get a nice touch, shot on goal. J-Man's able to turn that away pretty easily. J-Man's with plenty of boost. Gonna put this past, almost gets the double off the corner. That would have been an insane shot as Saucy gets this back. I would say back to J-Man's if that's how you want to. If that's but Henny gonna put this one out to Yahtzee. Yahtzee with a nice touch down the field. J-Man's gonna put this one back down the other way, but Yahtzee says no. I'm gonna take this one. I want myself a goal as well.
Absolutely, and Yahtzee once again making a name for himself in this second match as well, definitely making himself the presence to be seen in this series so far.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if he's able to keep that up as Yahtzee and J-Mans go for the kickoff. Saucy gonna get this past Henny. This is gonna roll up very awkwardly. Henny able to handle it very well. Tries to get a second touch. J-Mans with a pass over to Saucy. Saucy not close enough, not committing for that, which is actually really smart. You know, the monkeys are playing a lot less aggressive, but you know, making their challenges count. Saucy tries to go up in the air for that one. Henny gonna take control in this one. Saucy with a boost grab. That's a great boost steal. That's a good shot on net. Yahtzee turning that ball away, continuing to get himself save after save after save. As J-Mans is gonna pop this one out. Henny trying to get a touch on net, not able to. Saucy gonna take this one off the ball. Gonna take control of it. Yahtzee to challenge him. J-Man's stuck in an awkward spot, able to get the good clear. Henny in to be able to keep this pressure up for the Unicorns, which they haven't gotten anything, but the pressure is there as the monkeys double commit.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we've seen that in the last game. We've seen it time and time again in this series so far. And we're only in match 2 with the monkeys doubling up on those commitments. And unfortunately, it's just going to cost them as Henny actually missed that shot there, and they take it down to the opposite end of the field.
Yeah, and that was a good opportunity for Henny to be able to score that ball. Saucy be able to put a shot on net, turned away. As Saucy going to put this one off the corner. Henny out of position a little bit. Yahtzee with a good placement, not able to get there, but J-Mans comes roaring through with the boost that he had and is able to put them up 2-1.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, that is 2 goals for J-Mans, which is actually above his average of 1.67 goals per game. And, you know, if we keep seeing that, his sack kart's going to look a lot better after this one as well.
Yeah, you know, so I can't even score 1 goal per game, so I don't know, man. It's kind of interesting. I'm lucky if I'm able to get 1, but J-Mans is going to put himself in a second on this game, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. No, that is wrong. That is incorrect. That is a hat trick for J-Mans. He must have heard you talking on the desk.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, J-Man's definitely being the pressure for the monkeys this match. You know, Yahtzee still being the top scorer on the Unicorns as well, but unfortunately, he's just not the same pressure that we saw in the last match of this series.
Yeah, it seems that the monkeys seem to have figured out how to pressure Yahtzee and put him in awkward spots, as Saucy is going to challenge from the side, which is very smart. As Saucy going to take this one down, tries to get the lift on it, not able to. Gets a great bump on Yahtzee. Did J-Mans put this one in? No, Yahtzee. Now it's a foot race. Yahtzee going to be able to take this one up the wall. Gets a nice little touch as Saucy going to wait. Puts this one down for J-Mans. Yahtzee trying to challenge. Great challenge from Henny, able to put that one into the corner. Out of danger for now. Saucy gets the flip reset on it, and somehow that goes in. Monkeys up 4-1.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, J-Man's right there with the hat trick, but Mr. Saucy is like, no, it's my turn. Step back. I'm gonna take this one for myself, bringing his score up to 454 for this match.
Yeah, I mean, this monkeys team looks a lot different than the first game. But you know, it's something that I've always said is it's first game, worst game. You know, you're just getting into it. You don't know what kind of team you're playing, because this is actually a cross-conference game. So these guys don't really play each other during the regular season, but Saucy is going to say, it doesn't matter who we play, we're still going to score.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Saucy coming in again, that's a second goal. We're going to maybe see a double hat trick here. It just kind of depends if the monkeys can keep up the pressure that they have. They have a minute 27 to make it work out.
Yeah, and conversely to that, the Unicorns have a minute 22 to be able to do something here, as Yahtzee's going to put this one down. J-Man's able to take this one, put this back midfield. Yahtzee popping this ball back in. Saucy's going to put this one off. Excuse me. Saucy going to try to dribble. Gets the flick. Very nice flick from Saucy. Tries to go for the pass over to J-Mans. J-Man's not able to get there just yet. Saucy going to back off on this. Yahtzee gets a nice touch, but it goes right to a Monkeys players. One of the things, and something that I just now noticed, is that in Game 1, Yahtzee was taking control of the ball. In Game 2, he's been kind of just booming it away and throwing it to his opponent. I mean, start to wonder if maybe a little bit of confidence is lacking.
Oh yeah, and it could actually be maybe overconfidence after that first win. They didn't come into this one thinking that the Monkeys were going to have, the strong presence that they have now. And that is definitely shown with Henny not even having a score of 100 until just now. That kind of difference between the gameplay on Henny's end especially is just not going to cause them to win these games in this series.
As this ball, as we get down to 0, the Monkeys are going to take game 2. Our series is tied 1-1. And apparently I'm getting whispers in my ear, Ben. It would seem as though we're going to take a break for a server reset, been requested. And we will return to you guys in probably about a minute and a half. We'll see how long it takes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry about that, everybody. Welcome back to this Origin matchup between the Monkeys and Unicorn. It's 1-1. Just to remind everybody, the Monkeys coming off of a win in that last game. A little bit of an unfortunate set of circumstances as we had the server reset. Ben, what did the Unicorns need to do here to get this series back in their favor?
Yeah, it's incredible because we saw almost a completely different team than we did the first time around. The Unicorns coming in with a lot of mistakes in terms of both shots on goal and saves, where we didn't see that the first game. And I think it really just breaks down to the team actually not communicating very well with one another. Henny not really being the presence that he was in that first game. Yahtzee not being as aggressive either. And I really just think it comes down to the team itself not having those conversations they need to over the communications.
Yeah, well, Henny God gonna take a shot. A great save by J-Man's, able to turn. Henny gonna stay on this ball, and not a lot of boost to his name. Yahtzee gonna come in. J-Man's awkward touch puts it away from the net, which actually works out very well for the Monkeys. Yahtzee gonna turn this ball, as this ball is gonna go up to the ceiling. Gonna be very awkward for both of these teams. Henny with a great touch. Yahtzee taking over. Tries to go for the dunk, not able to find it. Henny gonna go for this ball. This ball is on net. Saucy with a great save over to the left-hand corner of our screen, or at least of my screen. As J-Man is gonna take this one down. Henny with a great challenge. Mr. NR Saucy, not Mr. Saucy, but it looks like Mr. I'm gonna call him Mr. Saucy from now on. J-Man puts that one in the corner. Henny taking this back, playing it smart, slow. Henny gonna go for this one. Does not make any contact, but Yahtzee able to bail him out. Yahtzee to take control. J-Man's back by himself in a 1v1 situation. Yeah, great 50-50 by J-Man. And Yahtzee being a little bit more aggressive in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, with the Unicorns scoring there, making it 1-0 with 3:19 left. You know, the Yahtzees did double commit there, but the Unicorns did double commit there, but Yahtzee able to recover after that double up with that goal. The Monkeys' defense just not where it needs to be right now.
Rolling fives on all 5 dice. Yahtzee getting himself a goal. Henny gonna look for a second one, not able to find it. Easily turned away by J-Man. Yahtzee going back on. Missed touch from Saucy. Henny off the backboard. Yahtzee gonna commit for it. And even though nobody is back, Unicorn's not gonna be punished for it. Saucy to take control of this ball. Gonna try to get past Henny. Henny, great challenge right in front of the net. Goes his way. Henny taking control. J-Man bangs this one off of the backboard. Gets a second touch. Yahtzee gets it past one. And unfortunately, Yahtzee and Henny bump into each other. That would have been a great opportunity for a counterattack for the Unicorns, but this could still work out in their favor. Yahtzee not able to get to that ball. Oh my goodness, what a missed opportunity for this Unicorns team.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the Monkeys respond 1-1 with 2:26 left. But, you know, Yahtzee on that play, just overcorrecting his car and just overshooting the ball, not able to secure it. But then we have J-Man's coming in. He's like, step back, I'll take this one. Thanks, Yahtzee. And we're going into this kickoff here.
Yeah, as Yahtzee and Saucy gonna take this kickoff together. J-Man's putting this off the backboard. Henny in a very awkward spot. Handles it very, very well. Saucy getting a nice little touch on this. Henny going up for it. J-Man's going to continue staying with this ball. Yahtzee beating J-Man's. Can the Unicorns start some offensive pressure here? Yahtzee with a great touch over to Henny. Henny with a great shot. What a passing play.
Absolutely, and you know, that is the type of communication and teamwork that we saw from the Unicorns in the first game. That is the Unicorns that we came in on that first game and expected to see throughout the rest of the series. And you know, the second game we didn't see it, but now in the third, we are starting to see that return of the Unicorns that we saw.
Yeah, what a great passing play that the Unicorns just pulled off there. Quickly plays. This could be another opportunity. Henny trying to get himself. Not able to find a touch on it. Yahtzee also not able to find a touch on this ball. J-Man will take control. Gonna try to get this tip ball down the field. Able to. Gets it past Henny. Henny going up the wall. Gets a nice touch. Still a little bit of a dangerous ball here. Yahtzee able to turn this away, put it back in the corner. J-Man's coming in with a good, solid, about 70 boost. Saucy is gonna put that one in and punish Henny for a very awkward touch here.
Absolutely, and you know, that's something that we'll see in Origin League, but not in the higher ups, is that, you know, when they are in those higher tiers of play, we are able to see them rotate their car a little bit better, making sure that they are facing forward on the goal. But, you know, with Origin, that kind of weird angle can happen, and unfortunately, the Monkeys capitalize on it while the Unicorns just suffer because of their mistake.
Nah, there's still that in every league. It doesn't always mean. Just saying, as the Monkeys are going to be now. We're sitting at 2-2 with a minute left to go in this game. Yahtzee to take control of this ball. Tries to get past. Saucy just going to split the defense. Split it like the Red Sea. And the Monkeys up 3-2, 56 seconds to go. Unicorn starting to struggle a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's interesting because coming into this, Saucy was not the one that we were expecting to have the goals on, the scoreboard at all. He's more of the wow.
What?
In with Henny.
Wait. What?
It looks like J-Man's just missed the aerial there, not able to recover it for the Monkeys at all, making it again a tie game.
It looked like he was about to just bang that ball off the side, but great shot from Henny. Oh my goodness, this game here is looking a heck of a lot better than. What a flick by J-Man's able to take this one up the wall. Can he get himself a second touch? Not able to find the power. Yahtzee to take control of this one. Gives this ball away to Saucy. Unfortunately, Saucy gonna take this in the corner. Yahtzee still on him, and he's gonna put that one in. Unicorns up 4-3.
Yeah, and with 4.5 minutes of the game gone, we're running out of time for these back and forth plays. It's really going to come down to whoever makes that last mistake.
Yeah, and that last mistake could prove detrimental because we have 28 seconds left. Unicorns looking very solid right now as J-Man's going to go hit this off the backboard. Going to try to go up for it. Can he get a third? Not able to find it, but both Monkeys commit on this. Henny taking this up the wall. Can he get a pass out to Yahtzee? Not able to. Yahtzee going to keep the pressure, keep the ball maintained down in the Monkeys' half. Monkeys have to score right now if they want to take this game into overtime. Yahtzee with a great touch, and this ball is still up in the air. It's in the corner. Henny able to get a challenge. This ball's going to drop. Unicorns take game 3.
Yeah, and with that 2-1, Unicorns coming out on top with this one. Definitely a correction on those communications for the Unicorns, as we were previously discussing. Henny definitely making himself known in this match. Both Unicorns coming in with roughly the same score, 540 and 502. Monkeys, J-Man coming in at 544, and Saucy coming in at 457, even though he did have that additional goal in comparison to J-Man's. It really did just come down to which side had the better teamwork. Unicorns coming in with 3 assists, Monkeys only having 1. Monkeys did have more saves, but that doesn't mean anything when you don't have the communication there with your teammate.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest things that you have to think about whenever it comes to Rocket League, especially with twos. You have to be able to know where your teammate is. I mean, the Unicorns put on 9 shots compared to the Monkeys 4. Monkeys were more accurate with only missing on 1, but that ball was saved away by Henny. So it's not like the Monkeys don't have the pressure and don't have the opportunities. They're there. It's just capitalizing on the missed opportunities and making sure that you can find yourself with a goal or a goal up.
Absolutely. And with that game, it was definitely back and forth. The score just staying neck and neck until the very end. And it really did just come down to having that last score for the Unicorns.
Unicorns have been looking pretty good in this one, but I like game 5s. Even though we're in game 4, I kind of want to see a game 5, but more importantly, I want to see a game 5 overtime as the Unicorns and Monkeys get into game 4. Saucy and Yahtzee taking the kickoff. Yahtzee going to get control of this ball. Saucy putting it into the corner very wisely. Able to get 1 touch. Can he get a second one? He does. He gets a nice 50 with Henny. This ball goes all the way down to the Unicorns' half. J-Man's going to challenge Yahtzee on this one. Able to win that ball. Henny putting up nice, powerful touch. Goes up for this ball. Not able to find any contact. Yahtzee keeping it down in the Monkeys' half. Saucy going to try to take this one down. He has a little bit of an open net. Can he get the cut? He does! Oh my goodness, he did Yahtzee dirty there.
Absolutely, and coming from that play where we just see all of these pinched plays between, both teams coming at the ball at full speed and just shooting it, we had no idea where that one was going to end up.
Yeah, and that was a perfectly placed ball by Saucy as Yahtzee's going to take this one up the wall. This is an open net. No monkey is around the ball, and the Unicorns, just like that, able to tie this one up.
you were talking about Game 5 overtime, but I'm thinking we may see it here in Game 4.
Hey, I like it, you know, it's content. You got to do it for the content. You got to keep the script every once in a while. And these boys are definitely doing just that, as Henny is going to get a nice dribble here. Makes two people miss, not able to turn this ball in, as Saucy is going to recover for this one. Try to take control of it down the field. Going to get a nice touch off of the backboard. J-Man's just a little bit too far out. Yahtzee going to easily challenge him on this one. And here it is. Can Yahtzee put this one in? Not able to get it past Saucy. Saucy with a nice bump on Henny, but this ball is very dangerous. Saucy wisely putting this one out of the way. Henny over to Yahtzee. Yahtzee with a nice touch. Not able to get that one in. Yahtzee going to put this one in the corner. Does get the boost steal. That's going to be, I feel like that's going to be really important right now, as this ball goes off the backboard to Henny. Henny not able to put this one on target, not able to make any contact whatsoever. Saucy trying to get some boost, does get boost, but his life is taken because of it. As Henny turns on this ball, puts it into the corner, tries to get a controlled touch on it, able to get past one. Can he get past two? No. Saucy denies him there. Yahtzee able to put this one over into the open field, but J-Mans is right there to take control of it. Gets past one, not able to get past two. This ball is back in the corner. J-Man's no boost with to his name. As Saucy gonna try to put that one in. Man, that would have been a really, I know I sound like a dad right now, but that would have been a really saucy play. And Saucy is just gonna shut me up and say, hey, I am saucier than saucy.
Yeah, I would definitely say you're right there. And it's fantastic just to see the Monkeys being able to follow up on that play. It looked like there was a little bit of a bump from the Unicorns with each other before that. And, you know, the Monkeys just able to capitalize while they tried to reset.
Yeah, Monkeys looking a little bit better. That's a bit there from, but ball stays down in the Unicorns' half as Yahtzee tries to clear this one away. This could be an open net opportunity for Henny. Henny puts a shot on. Is it in? It's unfortunate own goal from Saucy. Tried to put that one over. And we have, halfway through again, we have a tie game.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's fantastic just to see Saucy coming in and making sure that he's putting sauce on both of the goals right now.
Yeah, I mean, all four of these guys are doing very well to provide us with some great plays, as Yahtzee's taking control of this ball, able to get past one. Can't he get past J-Mans? That is the last man to beat for the Monkeys. J-Mans taking this dangerously across the net, and Henny make him pay for it.
I don't think there was much that J-Mans could really do there. You know, he had the momentum, he hit the ball in that direction, and he had to just keep going with the momentum he had.
Yeah, and very well done by Henny to be able to challenge that ball, especially whenever it's right in the middle of the net. I mean, you almost have to go for it. As J-Mans misses a touch here, able to put this one out from himself. Henny wisely challenges, sees that he's very awkward, able to put this one in the middle. Yahtzee just barely misses wide, and this is a great opportunity for a counterattack. J-Man's not able to get this in all the way back down into the Monkeys' half. 148 left to go in this one. And the Unicorns are starting to take a commanding lead. They are up by 2. What a play from this Unicorns.
Absolutely. You know, we see these constant hits off the backboard, and it really does just come down to who can follow up with that commitment, ensuring that they get the goal.
Yeah, and that follow-up is definitely super important, especially, you know, not to say at a lower level, but to make sure that you're able to be there just in case that would happen. And you can give your team an opportunity to, one, either take a lead or tie the game, and let alone take a commanding lead, as Henny is going to get a nice bump. Gets it past one. Not able to get it past J-Mans, though. Yahtzee pushing this ball. A little bit of an open net. Saucy going to be able to recover for this one. It's a good rotation. Saucy able to put this one. Is it on net? It is! And Saucy going to cut the lead down to 1.
And that is a hat trick for Saucy in this match as well.
Is that a second one for him?
I believe
it is. I don't know.
I believe that. I think it is.
Yeah, I feel like just within this series alone, Saucy has really proved a lot of people wrong, as that's an unfortunate miss. Oh no, Saucy missed it. Henny not able to reach it in time, and we're still sitting at 4-3, 48 seconds left. Excuse me, Saucy gonna take the boost. That's a great shot from J-Mans, and J-Mans gonna tie this one up with 40 seconds. I swear, if you called the fact that it was gonna go to overtime in game 4, I'm gonna be so mad.
I am going to be fantastically pleased because there's nothing quite like overtime in game 4 and 5, right?
Yeah, I mean, game 5 overtime is always good content. But that's just me, as Henny's gonna put this one off the backboard. Double commit from the Unicorns. This could prove costly, as J-Mans turns on this one and is gonna put the Monkeys on top 5-4 with 28 seconds left.
Fantastic goal by J-Mans. It's fantastic just because that is the third goal that we have seen within, I believe, the last minute of gameplay. And it's such a back and forth match. Truly, it is still anyone's with only 28 seconds left.
Yeah, and I mean, you would be correct that is the third goal within a minute. Unicorns kind of finding themselves in a couple double commits late here in this one, as as the Monkeys are going to put this one all the way down in the Unicorns' half. So he's going to rotate out. Henny pressuring him. Saucy would get a nice touch. Yahtzee with a better touch, able to keep this one down in the Monkeys. This ball is still up. Great double. I had to stop for a second because I was about to lose my mind if Henny was able to put that other side. But the Monkeys take game 4.
Yeah, absolutely. And you wouldn't expect it with how aggressive the Unicorns were coming out in the first, half of that game. The Unicorns really coming out, making sure that they were known in terms of their shots on goal, and the Monkeys really not necessarily making too many saves there. It's just that the Unicorns weren't able to get past hitting the side or the backboard, and it just constantly kept bouncing back off.
Yeah, these two teams have been just bouncing off of each other, and it's really and I'm getting word again that we're gonna have a server reset, so we will once again be back. Unfortunately, we hope that you stick around, and we'll see you here in a minute. All right, we are back, and barring any other issues, which we really won't have any, unless an act of God happens. Ben,
Don't jinx it. That's the worst thing you could do. Goodness, yes. After the second server reset, we are getting ready for Game 5 finally. Unicorns versus Monkeys 2-2 for this series. The Unicorns looking for their first win of their series, and that was a completely whiffed hit by Henny.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate whiff there. Hopefully everything's all right there. Out the midfield, Saucy gonna put this one down into the Unicorns half. Excuse me. Gets a bump on Henny. Yahtzee with a touch. J-Man's coming in. He's gonna score that one and put 1-0. 22 seconds into Game 5.
Yeah, and if you would have told me it was going to be J-Mans and not Saucy after the last match, I definitely wouldn't have believed you. J-Man's definitely coming out and making sure that he's going to be a centerpiece to this final game.
I think one of the things the Unicorns are dealing with now is a little bit of a ping issue, but both teams only one server reset per match, if I'm correct on the rules. So unfortunately, we're just gonna have to play this one out. But Henny is gonna punish the Monkeys for being down in the Unicorns half, and we have ourselves a tie game. This is gonna be a banger match. I mean, this is gonna be so back and forth, a lot of offense.
Yeah, absolutely, and even with latency issues, Henny can still capitalize on mistakes.
Yeah, and that was a perfect capitalization on that mistake, as Henny is gonna put another down the field. Saucy able to cut this one off. Saucy gonna take this one into the corner, get up and above. Not able to put that one in though, as Henny able to send that one away. This is a dangerous ball though. Still for the Unicorns. Henny with a great save on the goal line. J-Man's going up for this ball. Can he get a second touch? He cannot find the contact, as Saucy gonna try to put this one back into J-Man's hands. Saucy gonna be a little saucy, get a little fake action in there. I don't know if that was intentional, but the Unicorns down by 1, but still plenty of Rocket League left to play.
Yeah, absolutely, and again, it's just one of those where Saucy is able to capitalize on the mistake of a block, and he's definitely going to make sure that he's going to put that ball away when he can.
Woo! Woo!
What a fantastic hit.
Wow,
J-Mans.
Holy smokes, that man left from midfield and was able to read that ball. That was an incredible shot by J-Mans to put the Monkeys up 3-1. I am speechless after that.
Yeah, and the Unicorns looking for their first win here. The Monkeys making sure that that's not going to happen. What a beautiful team pinch, sending it to the Unicorns' end of the field.
Oh my gosh, if that would have gone in, that would have described this game entirely, as Yahtzee takes control of this. It goes off the ceiling. Henny trying to get something moving. Yahtzee. Oh no! Oh no, you hate to see it. Oh, Yahtzee with a touch off the backboard and a fortunate own goal here. Oh.
Yeah, not what they wanted to see there at all, but scores 2-3 with a little over 3 minutes left. There's still plenty of game time to see if the Unicorns are able to bring this one back.
Yeah, and with the way that they've played within the past couple of games, they'll be able to bring this one back. We'll have a tie game here, maybe shortly, as Yahtzee's going to push this ball away from J-Man. It's going to go all the way over to the other side of the field where Saucy is waiting for it. Going to go up. Able to get a nice 50-50 with Yahtzee. Going for the bump on Henny. Able to find the bump. J-Man swooping in for that one. Yahtzee able to get a nice clear. Gonna use his boost, the boost that he has, to get a pass over. Henny is in there. That's the second time that I have seen this Unicorns team pull off such a clean passing play.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the third time in a row, we are right at the half of the game, and it is tied.
I mean, this is insane. This is a great series that we have going on between. Both of them looking to try to get some sort of edge in their respective conference. As Henny gonna miss that one. Yahtzee able to get the save. Put a little too high by J-Mans. Henny able to clear this one down. Saucy gonna take as much boost as he can to keep the Unicorns starved. Ooh, almost got the bump off. Henny trying to get this past the last Monkeys defender, and what a touch from J-Mans to just sneak that right underneath Yahtzee. 4-3 Monkeys. Still 2 minutes left to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And if Yahtzee would have done that spin a second sooner, that would have been a completely different play for the Monkeys there.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But the Monkeys looking really good. Can't take anything away from the Unicorns. They've been playing great Rocket League up until this point, and trying to give themselves another opportunity. Or Yahtzee tries to get the bump, not able to find it, but this is still a little bit of an open goal. Dangerous ball for the Monkeys in their own half. Yahtzee with the boost steal. Saucy with a great clear down the field. Can he get a second touch on it? He can. Henny is going to turn that ball away. J-Man's able to put this one off the backboard. Yahtzee gets one touch. Not able to get a second. Saucy going to turn on this ball. Fake challenge. Henny going to pop this ball up. J-Man's going to move in. Take control of this. Tries to put it up for Saucy. Saucy not there to commit for it. Very wisely does not commit for it. Awkward ball for Henny. Very well played. Henny trying to go for the pinch. Does not have the boost for it. Yahtzee. No boost to his name. Able to get a 50-50 there. J-Man's able to get a touch here, and that ball's just going to go in. J-Man's onto Yahtzee right off the wall.
Yeah, and I was going to comment on the Unicorns having fantastic rotations there, making sure that they always had someone on the back end, making sure that goal was protected, and the one time they didn't have it there, the Monkeys capitalized on it and got that ball in.
Yeah, and unfortunately they just capitalized on another missed kickoff by Henny. That is his third one just in this game alone. An unfortunate, heartbreaking thing to happen for the Unicorns, but there is still 56 seconds left. So there is still time for the Unicorns to bring this back.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's really just going to come down to if they can make the plays they need to in order to get that score to be at least tied to take this into overtime.
But it doesn't look like it's going to happen right yet, as Saucy going to put in a 7th goal for the Monkeys. I really hope that we're not about to witness something horrific.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure what Yahtzee was doing there. He just lost control of his car at the last crucial second, and unfortunately, that is an 8th goal by the Monkeys. At this point, I just feel like the Unicorns just unable to come back with their defensive mentality, and, I think it's really starting to weigh on them.
Yeah, it's starting to show, especially in this game here. Monkeys definitely capitalizing on every opportunity, and it's just really unfortunate that they've started to completely run away with this one. As Yahtzee is going to say, hey, hold on a second, not over yet. There is still time, and it's very improbable, but there is still time for the Unicorns to bring this one back.
Absolutely. I mean, if they can capitalize on the Monkeys' mistakes on their defensive side like they just did, it's entirely possible. And, Yahtzee taking this one forward with a double collateral there, we're going to have to wait and see how this one plays out with 30 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, and the Unicorns definitely need to pressure hard. But, sometimes the hard pressure, as the Monkeys are going to start to put this one out of reach. Yahtzee with an unfortunate miss there. The Monkeys really brought it out here in Game 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we were talking before about how they're coming off of a loss. And, this game definitely proves that they are shaking off that mentality of being a losing team and bringing in a 10th goal in this 5th game of the series.
So, I don't know how accurate this is, but I believe that this is the first double-digit Origin game that we've had yet. Somebody please, by all means, correct me if I'm wrong. Monkeys putting in 10. this game is just about out of reach for the Unicorns, because they would have to score at least once every just about every second now, and the likelihood of that happening is very low. The Monkeys gonna take this series, and what a series it was.
Yeah, and Saucy coming in with 9 shots on goal on that game, making 4 of them. J-Man's coming in with 6 of his own goals, 5 shots. One of those had to have just rolled in, or it was definitely a great team set up by Saucy. And it's just fantastic to see the Monkeys coming out and securing this victory of this series.
Yeah, and the Monkeys definitely needed this one, especially with the cross conference play going on. This Monkeys team looked very, very good, very solid. There was a lot of mistakes, yes, but at the same time, these guys did very, very well to be able to bring back the rotations and find themselves in better positioning. For the Unicorns, though, they moved to 0-4. That's got to do a lot to the mental, especially since Rocket League is such a mental game.
Yeah, absolutely. And being that 0-4, it definitely, especially with being desk favorites as we discussed, it's definitely something they're going to have to work on through practice. It's something they're going to have to work with each other on to ensure that this type of loss, especially that Game 5 loss, does not happen again.
Yeah, and as we talk here on the desk, we're gonna bring these gentlemen in here, J-Mans and our Saucy. Hopefully they're able to hear me. It's one of the things with there we go. Saucy, J-Mans, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, perfect. Congratulations on your guys' win. What a hot series by both of you. How are you guys feeling after winning Game 5?
Man,
Pretty
it feels
good.
really good. Yeah, I'm just glad nobody was lagging that last game. It seems like both teams are having pretty bad ping issues at the beginning, but glad we got it straightened out.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that latency issue on both sides, how did that impact your mentality coming in from the team aspect? One person not necessarily being able to make the play on time like they wanted to. How did that impact how you guys approached some of the team plays that you were making?
Well, I kind of just like Saucy, you do you. Don't put that much faith in me.
Whatever.
I'm loving the honesty there. At
Yeah,
least you're upfront with it.
the honesty and confidence is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and J-Man's definitely towards you on this one. Your average on your stats, 5 assists total. That's half of an assist a game. You definitely brought that up with some of those plays that you made, especially in that last match. How does it feel to be able to bring some of those stats up into a better standing?
Feels pretty good.
Well, I'd like to add on to that question, because J-Mans, not only were you bringing up the stats in the assist department, but you were also, between both of you, when it came to goals scored, there wasn't much in the way of that statistic. You guys put on an absolute showing, especially in that last game, being one of I believe, the first Origin teams to actually hit double digits in a game. That had to have felt good. Excuse me. My question to go with that, though, is you hit that 10th goal. Was there any, did you guys have any doubts going into next week?
No, I think we just really communicated very well that last game. We were pretty consistent in hitting the ball kind of where we wanted to, and calling out on kickoffs, back left, back right, anything like that. I think we did a really good job. So I think that consistency showed in the score.
Yeah, and talking about score, bringing that up to 2-2 instead of that, 1-3, definitely gotta feel good for you guys coming in and making sure that your stats at least match on both ends and not going into that negative even worse. Great game from both of you. Thank you so much for putting on a great show for us, and thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us tonight.
No problem, guys.
Well, if that's all you have, Ben, that is all. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for tonight. FDL action will pick up and resume tomorrow. We have a lot of great games tomorrow evening. I believe starting at 8 o'clock, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I believe that looks correct.
Yep.
I think we start off, if I'm not mistaken, with the Adept League, and they will be bringing that in tomorrow at 8.
Yep, and we will. We definitely hope to see you guys back then. But for now, it is me, KJ, in the casting side. My prime. My name's Ben. We want to thank you guys for coming out, and again, thank you to the streamer Robot Man, who is always goaded whenever it comes to using his computer for us. So we will see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern here on FDL.